not being part of a militant movement or not having anger, but what feminism to me and being a feminist to me really means is to be honestly confident that women can do anything. And by that I mean that we are independent, and it's because of our independence that we can do anything.
Being a feminist to me is all about equality. I'm not really sure why over the past, 10 or 15 years that word has had such a negative connotation, because really at a basic level, the word is all about equality, and that's really what it represents to me.
I think feminism to me means living your truth, and the idea that everyone should be able to live their truth as well. So I think feminism relies mainly on the inherent belief that everybody is created equal, right? So when you have feminism, or I think now we get wrapped up in certain types of feminism that don't necessarily reflect that belief. So I think for me, feminism just really needs to be kind of all-encompassing and more well-rounded than sometimes we see it as today.
Being a female, I love being female, I really do. Like, I feel like it's so fun most of the time, like, there's so much more things you can do, things you can be interested in, I love being female, I really do, other than the downsides, which are very dangerous. I think the first time I ever realized that I was going to live in fear for the rest of my life, even a little bit, was when I was 11, and me and my friend were walking around the neighborhood, and this car pulled up to us and wanted us to get in, and we were like, and I was like, that was weird, like, why'd that guy do that, My friends, who was way more, like, cultured than I was like, because we're girls, and I remember from that moment on being like, for the rest of my life, from here on out, I'm always going to be somewhat in fear. Like, I'm always going to be somewhat preyed upon.
I felt that being a woman made what I wanted to do somewhat challenging, and that was I had been asked to interview for a position of greater responsibility and greater leadership, which included more travel and a large geography. And I went into the interview, and the gentleman, and this is in this millennium, this is only 15 years ago, the vice president who I was interviewing with asked me questions that are so inappropriate in terms of the interview, not anything about my capabilities or why I wanted the job, but his biggest concern was that my husband, how would my husband do with me traveling, and what do I think about having 4 children and taking on that job? And I remember saying to him, I would not even be sitting in front of you had I not thoroughly discussed this, thoroughly evaluated. I even postponed a similar job. I have no doubt in my mind that this will work.
So I have always felt that being a female was a gift. I think there's something about being a female that just is truly, it's its own blessing in disguise. I think as women, we are more compassionate. We are very strong leaders. We have empathy beyond no other.
When I realized I had a voice, I realized that I could use that to help other girls and women, like, with eating disorders, because coming from, like, a man or anyone else, like, they wouldn't be able to really listen or understand, and that's when I was like, wow, like, I can, like, that's what I'm made specifically for, and, like, I have to be a woman to do that.
Being a female hockey coach in kind of the realm that I am a part of, which is bringing hockey to kids who might otherwise not have it, and I think so often in that situation, girls are especially left behind when it comes to sports. So anytime that I'm able to even, like, indirectly be a role model just by skating, just by being a coach, just by existing in that space for them, I think is important to me.
Where I have felt the greatest empowerment and the most strength as a woman in the workforce is when I'm standing in front of 1,000 people and I have the opportunity to role model what women can do. Because I know that my influence can be heard, I know that my influence is very positive, and I also know that it's something that I've had to overcome.